We can take questions from Mike and Darnell. We'll start with Robbie on the left.
Hi, Darnell. There aren't a lot of guys in the league on Connor McDavid's level, but Colorado has one. So I'm just wondering, as a defenseman, how does it help you to sort of face a guy like that in practice all the time and see it?
Yeah, obviously, when you get to practice against one of the best players in the world, and we have two that are up there that are pretty special. I mean, it prepares you, but you get into the game. Every player in this league is special, and they have a couple on Colorado, and so yeah, you got to be on top of your game. Practice is one thing, but when you get the juices going and you're playing at the magnitude and the level that we are right now, you got to play a whole nother level.
Right side, Tracy.
Mike, this is for you, and Titch just kind of hit upon it. Kind of the same thing for you when you're facing McDavid in a practice and everything. How much does that prepare you for what you'll have to deal with Nathan McKinnon? Especially?
Yeah, I mean, they're different players, so it's hard to compare them. But obviously, Nate's a unique player, a special player, a powerful guy, and you just got to be aware when he's on the ice. So I think it's obviously when you're facing, I mean, every team seems to have one or two or three elite players that you get used to facing them in practice. But it's when the game starts, it's kind of a different ball game, and they have some special players over there that you got to just know when they're on the ice and know they can get in your face pretty fast. So you just got to be ready for anything.
Front right.
Hey, Mike, I guess at 40, do you kind of relish these runs even more? And are there times when you feel 40?
Yes. Obviously, it's been a rocky year, leading up to the playoffs. But so I did feel 40 early on in the season. But saying that, I think to answer your other part of the question, you realize as you get older, your chances to make a push and make a run for the Stanley Cup is getting narrower and narrower. So I think you just I think it's something that we've talked about as a group that your opportunities to get to the conference finals don't come around every day. So it's something that you want to take advantage of when you get here and prepare yourself to try and get to the ultimate spot, and that's in the finals. And it'll take everyone pulling on the same rope and giving it our best shot to get there.
In the middle, Kyle.
So, Mike, I guess following up on that, I'm just wondering, your time working with Dwayne Rollison in Tampa there, and particularly that run in 11 to the conference final, like given where he was at his stage of his life and career, like is there anything about how he prepared, whether it was mentally or physically, that late into a season that maybe stuck with you as you went on in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can learn a little bit from everybody. I think, Dwayne was an older guy that did well at the age that he was, and I feel like I just think it's a number at this point, to be honest. I think you gain experiences along the way as you get older and older, and they can only help you in situations like this. So I think you just want to get as much rest as possible. I think that's probably the advice he'd probably give me at this point. The days that you have off to really prepare and get your rest, and then you have as much energy as possible when you're put in those tough spots in those games that maybe go on longer than you're used to. But I think it's just preparation, and then when you're in the game, it's just play it like another game.
Front left.
Darnell, how would you compare like the stress and the circumstances of this year's playoffs versus last year? When last year, you're playing a lot, but also you had a partner who is ready to have a baby too, and there's a lot going on in your life. Is it this year a little bit different?
Yeah, this year I don't have to worry about getting a text after a game that my old lady is in labor. So this has been a lot. This one's been a lot more fun and going deeper now too. And in all honesty, my fiance was unbelievable during that. So I was very lucky in that from that standpoint. But going through this year, you just have to worry about hockey, and that's been it's been fun, and we've been on a great run here, and we're just hungry to keep it going.
Second row, Jim.
Mike, you catch lots of pucks. Most goalies in the NHL are blockers. They knock it down. You're a ball player. Is that why you snag them in traffic so easily?
It doesn't hurt. Obviously, I was a catcher in ball till I was up to, I think, 17. So it doesn't hurt. As a kid, I was always transferring from ball into hockey and ball and hockey back into ball. So it was something that I loved. I loved ball growing up as much as hockey, and obviously catching your hand-eye coordination is something that was pretty important as a catcher, so it obviously doesn't hurt the situation at all.
You ever took any right to the mask?
I'm sure I did, yeah. Yeah, that's, yep.